Hi, Eric Lanask here at the Rio in Las Vegas. We're at ITEXPO, and on the program today with me is Tony Lewis from Schmooze. Tony, thanks for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me, Eric.
So, I know you guys have spent several days talking about and showing some of the exciting stuff that you've been doing with free PBX. I can't even say that right.
Free PBX.
Thank
yes.
you. Tell me about some of the latest things, the latest innovations that you've come up with.
Yeah, so Free PBX is currently has a new version out called version 12. All prior versions were like a 2 dot something. We decided we're never going to have a 3.0, so forget it. We're just going to jump all the way to 12. So 12 is out, a release candidate as of this week. And a lot of the things in 12 were things that the average user won't appreciate, and it was a lot of underlying plumbing changes. Free PBX is now 10 years old, and a lot of that code is getting pretty old. Very spaghetti code in the beginning days, so a lot of plumbing changes in Free PBX. And then from a user perspective, we really focused on what we call our the new user control panel, which is where end users who might go in and do things for the phone system, manage some of their settings for their phone or some of the rules for their extensions. We've completely rebuilt that from the ground up.
So you're talking changes, enhancements that would benefit the IT or the telecom manager?
Actually, at that level, would be the end user themselves. So
really?
The person using the phone. So they might want to go in and see their call history, or be able to go in and listen to their call recordings, or change some of their follow me settings or their presence. So we built this new user control panel, all HTML5 driven, very WebSocket, responsive programming, designed to work phenomenal on tablets and Androids and iPhones.
So how much interaction with those settings does the average user actually want, and how much can they actually handle and manage on their own, as opposed to picking up the phone or emailing support and saying, hey, you know what, I need some help?
The settings we try to do are more non-settings, more features. So things like I want to listen to my call recordings. I can't change if I can record a call, but I want to listen to them. I want to change my presence. I want to send an outbound fax. I want to look at my inbound faxes. Some of the new stuff is I want to view my SMSs. I want to send an SMS outbound. So those are the types of things that we've put in there. I want to change some of my follow me settings, or maybe turn on Do Not Disturb. I can do a lot of that on my phone, but so many people are visual and they want to see it up on their monitor or their computer that they're in all day long. We have a new WebRTC plugin into it, so I will have a soft phone at all times up on my screen that is paired with my desk phone. So if my desk phone rings, my new WebRTC phone can ring. That's part of my user control panel.
So really giving the user options and flexibility in terms of how they want to behave.
Yes, absolutely. And then trying to build it in a very responsive manner where pages aren't loading. It's just kind of instant. You do something, it's instantly done. If I open it up in my phone or my tablet, I can actually navigate and do things. It's designed to be very mobile friendly.
What about the endpoints themselves? You guys have always had an impressive array of phones.
Yes, and we've upped our game even on that. We're now supporting, I believe, almost 300 endpoints.
Wow.
We're actually to the point where we can't find enough endpoints to add anymore. We've added so much stuff in almost everything. And our booth here, I think I counted yesterday, we have about 280 different endpoints on display in our booth with our brand new booth.
So it seems that oftentimes endpoint vendors have a difficult time going through interop and certification processes with different PBX vendors. Yes. You don't seem to have that problem with them.
No, we have tried to make it very simple for them. And we have a full-time person, Luke, who's just dedicated to that interop. And that's all he does every day, and work with all the different vendors and all the vendors who are constantly changing their configs and changing how things are done, and constantly upgrading firmware. We've tried to really dummy down the managing of your phone for the administrator, which can be tough at times because we're chasing constant problems with the manufacturers, which create problems for us. So every problem a manufacturer has becomes a free PBX endpoint manager problem.
Why did you guys feel that it makes sense to go out and try to support effectively every endpoint that's available out there?
So free PBX's mentality isn't free as in the software's free, even though it happens to be. Free PBX's mentality of free is the freedom of choice. the no vendor lock-in is our real message, and we wanted to show we truly believe in no vendor lock-in. And bring whatever device you have, buy whatever device that fits your needs. I'm not going to tell you you need to use these phones or this phone or that phone. I'm just going to say we'll support it all. Whatever you have, bring it as it is. Come as you are, and we will support you.
Are there particular market segments that you're seeing the most interest from?
As far as for endpoint stuff?
Generally,
general. Yeah, we do a lot with education. It's a big market for us. Call centers have become a very big market. And then, of course, our bread and butter is just, your 10, 20 user SMBs.
Is there any drive, any desire to move upstream, further into the some larger businesses?
We try to cover everything, and we try to look at where can we get the most mass deployments of free PBX. So we kind of focus on being very non-lateral market, but we will come out with specific lateral market products that bolt onto free PBX to help enhance those lateral markets.
And frankly, a lot of the things that you've discussed with me today just make it very easy for those, especially the smaller businesses who don't have a ton of resources available to to make managing and both from an administrator level as well as end user level, make it very easy so people frankly can go about their regular business.
Yes. Yeah, they shouldn't need to have a sysadmin set up and run their phone system. It should be, it's never going to be the point that some secretary can do the whole thing. Free PBX isn't that designed that way because we have to be extremely flexible and have every feature under the sun for people, and every feature adds complexity.
Is there any reason that somebody would come out with an endpoint that you wouldn't want to support?
Yeah, it could happen. Especially if things are really vendor locked down. There's a vendor out there that makes some endpoints that are very locked down. It's very specialized, and it's very hard to support. So we chose not to support them. Also the vendor needs to have a little market penetration.
Got it.
If it's somebody brand new, it's hard for us to invest the resources into somebody who is brand new to the market, endpoints in general, that we've never heard of and nobody's asking for it. We kind of take our cue from our users. If they ask for it, we'll add it.
Fair enough. And with some 300 endpoints, there's got to be something out there for everybody.
Yes, you would think so.
Excellent. Tony, hey, thanks for being on the program today.
Thank you.